Have you ever been working on a project, encountered a challenging obstacle, and recognized that you need to take a break for a while? Perhaps you need to take a break, work together on a separate branch, or debug an urgent issue. Alternatively, you could simply take a break. What exactly is the issue? Every single one of those priceless, uncommitted adjustments that you have been dabbling with. It would be a terrible idea to throw them away, but it would also be a terrible idea to let them clutter up your working directory. Fear not, fellow coders. Git, our trusty version control guardian, has a hidden gem in its arsenal, the stash. It's like a temporary holding pen for your unstaged changes, allowing you to park them safely and come back to them later, with your working directory clean and pristine. But what if you only want to stash the unstaged bits? Let's say you've made some modifications to a few files, but you also have staged changes ready for a separate commit. The standard git stash command grabs everything, staged and unstaged alike. Here's where things get interesting. While Git doesn't offer a direct stash-only unstaged command, we have a few workarounds to achieve this. Workaround number 1, the forceful approach, with caution. This method involves a two-step process. First, we'll create a temporary commit to capture the staged changes. Then, we'll stash the remaining unstaged modifications. Be warned, this approach comes with a slight risk, so proceed with caution. Create a temporary commit. Run git commit in no verify. The end flag tells Git to create a commit but not actually write it to the history yet. The no verify flag skips any pre-commit hooks that might alter your working directory. Stash the unstaged changes. Now, the magic happens. Use git stash to stash all the unstaged changes, which will now exclude the staged files you captured in the temporary commit. Remember, this approach creates a temporary commit you'll need to deal with later. You can either discard it with git reset head 1, careful, this removes the last commit, or amend it and combine it with a future commit. Workaround number 2, selective stashing. This method offers more control by letting you stash specific files or portions of files. Here's how. Identify unstaged files. Use git diff to see a list of all unstaged changes. This will help you pinpoint the exact files or sections you want to stash. Stash with precision. The git stash push command allows you to specify which files to stash. For example, git stash push p filename.txt will stash only the modifications in filename.txt. You can take this a step further with the patch flag. Git stash push p patch filename.txt will open an interactive staging area where you can select specific changes within the file to stash. Workaround number 3, leverage git aliases for the advanced user. For frequent flyers of the stash command, consider creating a custom git alias to streamline the process. Here's an example alias that stashes only unstaged changes. Git config global alias.stash unstaged git stash push k. Now, you can simply run git stash unstaged to stash all unstaged changes, leaving your staged files untouched. No matter which method you choose, remember that stashed changes are temporary. They won't be part of your Git history until you apply them with git stash pop. With these techniques under your belt, you can confidently switch gears in your projects without losing your precious unstaged work. So, the next time you hit a roadblock, remember, stash it, don't trash it. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.